the world, you're what you put into your body. What you eat determines who you are and what will come out of you. The problem of malnutrition is actually big. Our women are anemic. They are moving around with very little blood levels, and they are passing that on to their unborn baby, to the next generation. When we talk about the children, the stunting levels are also really very high. So we see that the burden is really very high. We have to cut it if we don't want to see intergenerational malnutrition. We've been working to breed innovations that can address malnutrition. And one of those innovations that we have is the use of edible insects. Insects are very rich in protein. They compete so favorably with the protein sources we know of, the meat from the cow, the chicken, the beef, and all that. Moreover, they are actually very easy to produce. What a woman will need is just a limited space in her household. She won't need to ask for land from her husband or from the clan, and she's able to produce this from the waste generated within the home, the peels of matoke, peels of cassava, peels of sweet potato. She can then improve the nutrition of herself and the household.
I'm interested in this. So where we are in a mealworm production facility. And what happens is you have all the life cycles, the beetles that give the eggs. Then we take the eggs to the appropriate section where they get the environment for their good incubation and hatching. You then split them from the hatchery, then you take them to the main protein production section. And so separating them, feeding them, harvesting, and then utilization.
Mamah is Mothers Against Malnutrition and Hunger. It's a women-based non-governmental organization that exists to improve food security, fight malnutrition, and fight gender-based poverty.
Vitu vilikuwa vibaya sana. Kupata chakula ilikuwa nguvu sana. Sasa kupata chakula, siku yenyewe nilipata kazi ya mama bobo. Hali watoto walikuwa hali ya mbaya na walishanja leta hivi, mnakuwa mwapata hapa. Mimi naona hali na inatembea mbaya. Watoto hawakuwa na nguvu. Hii yote sura inaisha. Sasa niliona kabisa na mimi nateseka sana. Na hivi vingine navyo tu mimi napata faida. Niko nanja pigia watoto na kalanga, tunakula, tunatengeneza pusiere, pudre. Tunatia kubui, watoto wanakunywa bui, wako nanja kwa na sandea. Kia huru sana. Sana tena sana. Mimi nafurahi sana. Watoto wanalamuka, wako na sandea mzuri. Mimi nashukuru sana. Maisha ya kesho itakuwa teketeke kabisa. Nikaendelesha hivi tu nitakuwa kabisa na maisha mzuri.
As a young doctor, I faced malnutrition firsthand. Just after my graduation, I was posted to work in the National Referral Hospital, and specifically in the malnutrition unit. And while there, I was in charge of taking care of these mothers. So they would come with their children malnourished. We rehabilitate the child, train the mother. But 2-3 months down the road, the same mother comes back with a child in the same state or even worse. So we would lose some of these children, and others would survive, but with long-term effects. But the things we're giving them in the rehabilitation phase were actually imported, but the ingredients were available locally in our environment. So I looked at this and said, why won't we really train these mothers to look for these things within their environment, know how to prepare these foods and feed their children so that they don't come back with the same malnourished children. We can break this cycle. I went to Bukere. It's one of the schools that we support as Mamah in Chakatu, refugee settlement. And we had just introduced providing the porridge that is enriched with mealworm. So that whole term, they had been provided with porridge. And when we went there, the children were supposed to actually go for holiday, but they didn't want to go for holiday. They wanted to come back to school. No, I want to go and take that porridge. It really made me very, very happy and satisfied that, wow, this is how it can change a child's passion for education. Because now they see they are not going to be hungry at school. They have something they are looking out for that is going to impact their whole future.
I was feeling bad before I started taking the porridge. I see that I don't have energy even to write. I'm bored. I think only food in class. I have been drinking porridge of maize flour only. But at this time, we mix insect with the porridge. Now I feel good. The porridge is sweet.
Malnutrition is a factor of many things, including the negative gender and social norms. In some of our cultures, a woman cannot produce certain foods at home because she's a woman. So as we do address malnutrition and hunger, we address the negative gender and social norms that hold back women and children and girls behind. So we work through religious, cultural, and local leaders to demystify the negative gender and social norms. As we support these women, we also get them to be mobilized into associations or cooperatives. For example, we have Insect Farmers Union that then support the groups wherever they are. So we do economic empowerment interventions for the women so that we increase their financial capacity and their decision-making power. So we are looking at scaling the model in all regions of Uganda and then beyond Uganda. With Mamah, we want to leave a footprint of having changed the narrative. Mamah has lifted the woman, put her at the center of food, and she has been able to influence the whole community for better nutrition, better economic potentials for the world, better thriving communities, starting with this woman. So we want to leave that behind, of transforming even the very last woman to be a point of change for the whole community.